So when Rupesh Sai said, we need somebody young to have their perspective on a key panel like this, I really thought to myself, okay, I was like, what can I bring in? And at that point, I was coughing a lot. I had viral and I was coughing just a week before my son was sick. And I'm like, really, what do we want, right? And it came down to bare bones. Like, I just want quality of life in Nepal. That's what I want, right? And just to go deeper into that, what do you mean by quality of life? We mean good air, we mean good amenities, just basic things, bare bone things. What is the actual bare bone thing that you need in order to move ahead? When we look at our GDP, agriculture is about 30%, service is about 50%, and the rest is industries. And when we're looking at trying to bring in investment, we're looking at your agriculture, and then we're looking at trying to bring in investment in tourism, education, energy, and those kind of sectors. One common alignment in all of this, what I see, is the climate. Climate change is important. And this affects all the sectors. Like, this absolutely affects all the sectors. It affects our country. Does Nepal actually contribute to climate change? No, 0.1%, negligible. But are we impacted by climate change? We're one of the top 5 countries that's impacted by climate change. And that's important, and that should be our country goal, country strategy, and investment strategy, and any strategy we're talking about. Because that is so important to us. Whatever sector we're trying to increase or bring in, if we're not actually looking into climate change as a factor that's going to affect, I don't think we can look into a sustainable economic framework. And I'm thinking to myself, like, we're like in the midst of emerging markets, and Nepal, we're not an emerging market, but we're strategically located. We're in the midst of so many emerging markets, and emerging markets need a lot of power to grow. We need a lot of electricity to grow, but we're also talking about low carbon or net zero sort of energy, right? So what is it that we have a competitive edge? Our location, maybe? Our water resources, maybe, our capacity to actually provide energy to emerging markets, maybe. So I was looking at it from a much more sustainability perspective. So just looking at it, what is Nepal's competitive edge? I think Nepal has 44% of forest, landmass in Nepal. We have 44%. That's a huge number. That's carbon offsetting right there. That's a huge number. And we also have, we're also the top 50, countries with great water resources. So how about we start focusing on providing energy, sustainable, renewable energy to the subcontinent around us, and maybe focus everything around there? Because that might actually help us with trade deficit. That might actually even help us with bringing in investments. Because right now you can see from your BlackRocks to your Vanguards, all these asset management companies, they're very big with ESG. But now people are so conscious that they're even looking at environmental, social governance, right? So just kind of create, like, walking around with that sort of narrative, and maybe looking into much more sustainability, impactful investment. Maybe that's something that Nepal can do. And this is coming from a space of naivety. So, that's my perspective on this.